Hello, Gum Nation Plantation Migration of this grand vacation. Okay. Today we're going to talk about something that Gum doesn't really do very often, but, you know, whenever it's a, quote, actual professional video, I'm just going to talk some highlights. The biggest thing, in fact, I'm going to give it my top 5-ish tips real quick. And this is just a temporary video to where I can just express very clearly, very effectively. And I will get example. I will do these tutorials a lot later when I actually get software, because I don't really want to use the Mac, because Mac problems are enough as it is without going to the iMovie part. Okay. Number 1. Like a good chef that always tastes the food before it's served, you must always rewatch your video at least 3 times or so, depending on what it is, and da-da-da-da-da. From beginning to finish. No skipping, whatever. Just beginning to finish. You don't have to publish it. You can still watch in the editor forms where you can make little teeny tiny chinks if you have to. Or whatever. Any editations, if it's big enough that you can catch, and you can just, take it right there quickly. But that's when you get better. The point is, the reason why you want to do that is to go back and see if you missed anything you could have catch on before, and try to get new ideas, as well as catch any big mistakes. And what I mean by big mistakes is, like, if you need to work something better, or any of things of that nature. And this video is not a good example of my pet peeves when it comes to certain things, but this is not meant as a, quote, professional video right now. It will be in the future if I get around to it, but that's depending. The other thing is what I just did. Preparation is always about everything, especially when it comes to presentation and appearance. Preparation. No H needed. But in seriousness, preparation is a big deal, because the more prepared you are, the more... It's like giving a PowerPoint presentation in high school or college or whatever. I've done a lot of them. So I can't exactly express, because there's a lot of things I've done, but I'm going to express as best I can. And that is, when you do that, I practice the speech from beginning to end a lot. When it came to my, quote, global, well, not global warming, more like my plastic bag awareness presentation for my sociology class, which, by the way, not my best example, but is an example nonetheless. I preparate a lot of time and effort into it before even walking up to the podium and done that. Now, I've done some really bad speeches with most preparation, and I've done some really good speeches with little preparation. But the golden rule of this thing is, the better prepared you are, the better odds you have of doing a better, smoother presentation. And that goes for anything in life. That's not just a video etiquette thing. That's just anything. I mean, anything. Because for me, I already know this stuff, and I've done so much research with it, I could just easily make this video on the fly and, half wing it and get the point across. But that's just me saying that. Okay, I got that one. I go through a list, but mostly those are the 2 most powerful things. Besides the hook. The hook should be second nature to me. But a hook is basically like, what makes you stand out in the crowd? Is your title really good? Is your thumbnail like exactly what you want to be? Between that, usually the real good YouTubers have really good hooks. Like Game Theory at the beginning, they probably had some really good hooks. Like Game Theories themselves were a hookable thing. So, it didn't really need much. But other videos might. I mean, it depends. If you're, like, establishing, like, a new type of video, you can easily make that thing is usually your hook. But when it comes to more complicated things, like Pokemon, for example, so many different people doing so many different Pokemon things, what makes you stand out between them and the others? So, that's where you have to kind of get creative. With the thumbnail or, title. Usually both. Both are required. Usually, if you want to really stand out. But Pokemon is a very competitive market, so I wouldn't bother with that. But that's just me. Could be for you, I don't know. And lastly, time frame, which comes after being prepared and after reviewing everything. Time frame, if you can get it down to like, okay, you want to spend X amount of time talking about it, because just like an English paper, just like tasting food, you don't want to have that taste your mouth for so long. Eventually, you want to have dessert, okay? And yes, that's an actual metaphor. You want to eventually taste something else. Because if you had spicy chicken wings in your mouth all day, guess what? Your mouth's burning, first of all. And second of all, if you are on a date, no one's going to want to taste that spicy chicken wing in your mouth. Okay? Usually a breath mint will help you. A breath mint can save your life, literally. Okay? I advertised Thin Mints when I was in high school. I advocate for them, for that. I took a beating because I was the ninja that got his butt whooped, okay? I wish I had that video, but unfortunately due to, unpreparedness for, saving it, I lost it. Plus, my teacher kind of lied about it, so it's like, really? Anyways, the point is, preparation is always a thing. Review before you post, because you could catch small things. You could come up with better ideas just by simply rewatching it. You don't even have to upload it and get comments first. You can always double check yourself. Same thing can apply to any type of form of writing or any expressive thought. You can review it and then do it again and see. It's the reason why artists spend so many hours drawing a line. It's not because of, they're just drawing a line. No, it's how they're doing it. What can they do with that line? It's always these little things that they can do. That's the reason why they spend hours with all these different versions of different things. And that's what I like to see. Because it's a process of growth and development, which is a skill. But however, things like that, it takes time. It's not something that happens overnight. And yes, there's going to be mistakes made. But, you just got to go face the fear of it and try. If you trying to fight a fear, chances are you're going to win. Not right away, not in the, quote, glorious Trump glory riches way right away, but you can at least get a small victory at a time. And that's how life works. Small victories at a time. Because eventually the small victories become big victories, and big victories grow into things, and yada yada yada. It just depends on your perspective of life, of course, but that's just a whole nother can of worms that we're not open right now. By the way, you probably notice sometimes on my wall there's like these little things here, like my high school diploma, and that below it, which is the blue thing, is actually one of my trophies I won at a workplace I used to work at. So that's kind of cool. I actually have several of them from my previous workplaces. So, hard work does get you somewhere. It gets you recognition, which is a big deal when it comes to working. So keep that in mind. Anyways, toodles.